Hey, it's Matt. We're gonna talk about why you have high churn. If you're in software, churn means people are canceling your software. It's terrible. I always hated churn. I took it personally. I'm sure you do too. Let's eliminate churn. We're gonna go through 7 reasons why you have high churn, and you might be surprised about what's not on the list. Let's do it. Hey, this is Matt Wallach. I help software leaders understand how to generate a whole ton of leads, make sure you're closing those leads, scale your team, and then of course, keep those customers around so you can reach an amazing valuation. If you want any or all of those things, click the subscribe button right now and the little bell. That way you'll be notified of all my videos. You'll get all the trainings, all the help so that you can scale your SaaS. And today we're talking about churn. Churn sucks. Churn is the worst. It's horrible when somebody cancels. You put so much effort into your product. You've made it great. You've put all kinds of time and money and sweat into this thing. And then somebody says, yeah, it's not for me. I don't like it. Yuck. Let's eliminate that. By the way, what should your churn rate be? Well, if you're looking on a monthly percentage, meaning looking month to month to month, if that's how you pay, if you have people paying you monthly, then you should be at less than 3% churn every month, meaning a 97% retention rate. 97 should continue to pay month after month. If you're lower than that, that's not good. That means too many people are canceling. If you're on an annualized basis, meaning everybody pays yearly, then you should be at less than 10% churn so that more people renew. Now, the idea being that during that year, you also upsell people. You also get people to upgrade so that your net revenue retention, what's called NRR, gets to be above 100%. So that few people churn, a lot of people upgrade. That means you're above 100%. So that's really, really important. So we're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about how to reduce churn so that that NRR is very high. Number one of the biggest reasons why you have churn, you're targeting the wrong prospect. You're going after the wrong customer. If you try to sell the wrong product to the wrong person, it's not going to go well. Do not sell the wrong thing to the wrong person, even if they think they need it, even if they feel like it's going to be good for them. You have to know your ICP. You have to know your buyer persona. By the way, if you want to know how to figure out your ICP and buyer persona, check out this video here where I explain what those are and how to do that. So make sure you're targeting the right people, and the right people are the ones who will get the most value out of your product, who are going to love it, who are going to keep it. So identify who those people are and target them. Don't sell the product to anybody else, otherwise they're gonna churn. Number 2, we overpromise in sales. If you start overpromising, if you start talking about things that aren't going to be part of the product or they're not going to get that kind of experience, if you start setting expectations way too high, it's not gonna go well. Make sure you level set, get the expectations correct, make sure they understand what they're getting into. And those buyers who are gonna have a better understanding of what the product can actually do instead of what you hope it may do someday, they're gonna be the ones who keep it, who stay with the product and continue to pay month after month. So do not overpromise within your sales. Number 3, poor sales to success communication. If you don't have a good communication process between your sales team and your customer success team or your support team or your onboarding team or your training team, whoever it is who you call after the sign up, the team that's doing that, if there's not good communication, it's going to go very, very badly because that person, that new customer who got all this information from sales, they're going to think that the customer success team is going to tell them all the same stuff. And if they start hearing different things, then there's different messages and they say, oh no, actually you get this and not this. That's not good. We need to have really tight communication between sales and the customer success team. That way people feel like it's very, very streamlined. It's very, very smooth. Their entire customer journey is fantastic. And they feel like the entire company is on the same page. So make sure that communication is really, really strong. We've done 3. Now, by the way, if this is helpful so far, hit that like button. What that's going to do is that's going to tell me this is the type of video that you like. So I can create more of these and give you more tips just like this. But it also tells other people that this is something that might help them. So you're actually helping others discover how they are going to get better too. So I really appreciate that. And by the way, if you have any comments, go ahead and throw those comments down below. Maybe you have thoughts or ideas on what else to do, other videos I can make. Go ahead and put those in the comments and I'll take a look at those for you. Okay, number 4 way that people churn, or the number 4 reason that people churn, is bad training or a bad onboarding process. If you don't have your process nailed for how people are going to come in, get onboarded, get started, learn the product, and become very smooth with the product, and that means getting them all the way to that aha moment, meaning where do they realize, yes, this is it, this is really going to help me. If you don't have that process lined out, you're going to lose a lot of customers. And even if you have it lined out and it's not a good process, it's not actually helping them get in, get used to using the product, get familiar with it, get comfortable with it, get their team comfortable with it, and you're not going to get a lot of customers to stick around. So make sure that onboarding process, that training process is really well lined out, very smooth, and you're going to get people to come in, realize this is a good value for them, start to get into their workflow so it's part of their regular day and they actually use it. Then you're going to get people sticking around for a very long time. The number 5 reason why you have a high churn is your entire team doesn't feel like they are in sales. And that might sound weird. In fact, there's a guy who was asked this, one of the leaders, Harvey Mackey, he's a great leader. He was asked, hey, how big's your sales team? He goes, what do you mean? They said, well, do your people who are selling? He said, everyone in the company is in sales. And it's really, really important for us to think about. Anytime any of your team members run into anybody outside, they need to be understanding how to sell. They need to understand how to sell the company. Even if somebody just bought, guess what? They have buyer's remorse. They're wondering if the thing they just bought is actually going to help them, like the salesperson told them. So we almost need to resell and reconvince that person that yes, this is great for you. So your trainers, your onboarders, your customer support people, they need to know how to make that person feel great about this purchase. Everyone should have a mindset that they're helping the sales happen. And if we can do that, then that buyer who felt great in the sales process is going to feel great in onboarding, they're going to feel great in the training sessions, and they're going to feel great when they call customer support. So make sure everybody has the mindset that they are in sales, and you're going to get a lot of great people to stick around. Okay, so there's 5 down. We've got a couple more. Number 6, one of the biggest reasons you're losing people to churn is maybe they're on monthly plan, they pay monthly, and you haven't upgraded them to annual. So try upgrading people to annual. It's okay to sell them at monthly. In fact, I love that. I love selling them at monthly because it's a shorter commitment for them. For somebody who's making a purchase decision, it's an easier decision. They can get in with a lower barrier into a monthly plan. But how many times do you, after 3 months, go back to those users and say, hey, it's been 3 months. If you like it, why don't you just get an annual? Why don't you upgrade to annual? Why don't you just change it? You're going to get a little discount. Of course, you offer them a 5 or 10 or 15% discount to go to annual. So you're already doing it anyway. Might as well just get it. And if they've reached that aha moment, if they're feeling good about what they're doing, then they're going to upgrade to annual. Now, once they upgrade to annual, they're not at risk to leave. The benefit of getting that 10 or 15% discount for paying annually is that they can't quit. They've already paid. So reduce churn by getting people to upgrade to annual and doing it even after the sale. Don't just think, oh, they could have chosen annual when they bought. They chose monthly, so it's just going to be monthly. No, take those monthlies, convert them to annual. You will reduce your churn by doing so. Okay, we got 1 left. Remember, make sure to like this. If this is helpful, I'd really appreciate getting a like so that I know that this is good stuff. Thank you very much for that. And the number 7 reason why you have high churn, you don't have a strong renewals process. A strong renewals process means well before the renewal period, 3 months at least, we're warming them up for the renewal. We're reminding them about all the cool things that have happened, all the good things that they've done using the product, all the product enhancements that have happened, and getting them to realize that the renewal's coming, letting them understand what it means to renewal. Again, kind of reselling them like we talked about earlier. Have a very strong renewals process, especially if you're on an annual renewal plan, and you're going to get a lot of people sticking around. That reduced churn is going to mean a lot of extra valuation for you. So have a strong renewals process. Now, we've gone through all 7. And one of the crazy things about that list, something you don't notice that maybe everyone thinks about on why everyone is churning. What everybody thinks about is the product, right? Something's wrong with the product. We don't have this feature, or it's too slow here, or it breaks over here. Yeah, those are all bad. And trust me, I've run a lot of software companies. That's very annoying. But guess what? All of these reasons are bigger. For example, if you don't have a certain feature in your product, well, obviously you'd want that, but there are already people who are using the product and getting value. Already people who are renewing month after month or year after year because of what you do have, which means that there are other people out there that you can go after. You have that as your ICP, as your ideal customer profile. And if that's the case, then if we bring in the wrong ones who we're hoping we can serve eventually, then we missed We mistargeted. It's not the product's fault. So let's not blame all of our churn problems on product. Let's make sure we can focus on the process and how we can get more people to get going. Okay, I hope this was helpful. I hope that you got a lot out of it. I hope that you're able to fix these 7 churn problems so you can start getting much higher retention rates, much higher valuation for your company. By the way, if you want to make sure that your churn's amazing and even your sales and marketing, I work with software clients, software client leaders, and help them understand how to run all of these processes effectively within their teams. Not only that, but how to generate leads, how to close those leads, how to make sure the team grows and understands what they are doing. So if you want to work with me, we can determine if there's a fit. There's a little link down below. Click that link and you can book a time with me or my team. We'll just spend 10 minutes real quick just to get to know each other and figure out if I'm even somebody who can help you with what your challenges are. And if so, what we'll do is we'll dive into a strategy session where you and we will together figure out where your company is, and we'll map out what the next 12 months looks like for you and then make a plan to get there. That's all free. So I'm willing to help you make that plan and get you into a good spot. You just have to go through the first step. Just book the call. You'll see the link down there. And once you do that, then we're good to go. We'll get you off on your way. And if it's not a good fit, we'll let you know. We'll make sure that you understand the better way for you to go. So I hope that helps. I hope that we can help you. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss any of the other cool stuff I'm going to share with you. All right. It's been fun. Take care. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.